Now that the union's reopening, we wanted to introduce you to some of the more sustainable options in our outlets.
In a recent survey conducted by LUU, 94% of students were concerned about environmental issues, with 87% believing that these have a direct effect on their lives. As we launch our brand new LUU sustainability strategy, we wanted to show you what's already being done.
All of our gear products come in plastic-free packaging, and we have also introduced fair trade lines in the store. Ethical sourcing from suppliers is a big part of our new strategy. In 2018, we joined the University of Leeds in pledging to remove single-use plastic across all of our operations by 2023, #2023 PlasticFree. The union is on track to meet this goal and will ensure that in the next 2 years this is a priority area. We're working with Co-op to introduce lower plastic options and have introduced the water tap to fill up your reusable bottles.
Hi Ella, so do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Ella. I'm on the advisory board as well, and I've also been working at Old Bar in the union.
So can you tell us a bit about sustainable improvements that are being made at Old Bar and Terrace?
Yeah, so this year we've made quite a few. We've introduced new green recycling bins, which obviously recycles packaging that otherwise would have gone in just the general waste bins. And we've been challenging suppliers to reduce plastic packaging, and this has been done ahead of the PlasticFree 2023 pledge. And yeah, in terms of local suppliers, we're also trying to keep it as local as possible, such as Sky's Farm. And if we can't get it from local suppliers, then we have local depots like in the surrounding areas like in Wakefield. So that's trying to reduce that carbon footprint in terms of how much the food has to travel. And so also in Terrace, you might have noticed the new menu is really veggie based, and a lot of that food is coming, well the main supplier that we're using is called Deli Fresh, and that's supplying most of the menu, and it's really fresh, healthy food, so we're trying to go forward with that as well in Old Bar. And we're also making sure the food waste goes into compost bins, and we use a company that does food composting like that, so it's not going straight to general waste either. And so this year as well, we have had to do a lot of takeaways instead because of COVID, but all of our packaging that goes towards the customers are always cardboard, so there's no plastic usage in that either. We need to make sure that everybody is communicating well, making sure it's really transparent, so we get what we want in terms of sustainability and what they want in terms of the company being put together to make a really sustainable way forward. But I think we can get there. There's a lot of progress that can be made, and I think everyone's quite willing to do that as well.
So how can students make sustainable choices in venues like Old Bar and Terrace?
So there's a wide variety of vegetarian and vegan options which do generally have a lower carbon footprint in terms of like no meat and no dairy, and we've made sure that all those options are just as affordable, so everybody has that option to get that food if they want to. And they're always really tasty, so I recommend getting the veggie options as well because they're really good.
Hi guys, so I'm Jess, I'm the Cafés manager here at Leeds University Union, looking after Common Ground where we are now, Scream and Balcony when that reopens in September of 2021.
So we're back in Common Ground, and we're going to be asking Jess a few questions about sustainability in the cafes. So could you just tell us a bit about what's been happening so far, what's happening at the moment, to make the cafes a bit more sustainable?
Yeah, so it's definitely something that we're working on all the time. It's, as you probably know, never really a static thing, like there's always stuff to be doing. And one of the big things obviously is the takeaway 25p cup charge that we're doing. So that's been really good. In the last couple of years we were sort of one of the first places to introduce that on campus, rather than offering a discount for a reusable cup, doing that 25p charge for the takeaway one, just to make people think twice about what they're doing. And obviously with your team launching, using that for a sustainable fund has been really fantastic, so that people know that that money is going somewhere. And alongside that, we're kind of trying to always find more eco-friendly takeaway cups. Recently we changed our supplier, where they were coming all the way from somewhere in Asia, and we found more local suppliers, so to just try and reduce that carbon footprint at the same time, because everyone needs a takeaway cup from time to time. So obviously anything we can do to diminish the impact of that when we know it's not going anywhere has been really, really useful.
So what can students do then to kind of support support that to maybe make some more sustainable choices when they're in common
Yeah,
ground?
so we do sell reusable cups for £4 that are all Common Ground branded in the lovely blue and red colours that you see everywhere. So people can buy those, which we really promote. You can obviously get brands of keep cups and that kind of thing from everywhere else. So we really would just recommend using those wherever you can, or if you're sitting in, making sure that you do get it in a mug rather than a takeaway cup is really, really fantastic. So yeah, just every little bit helps really along the way for us just to be more sustainable.
And what about the menus? Is there anything going on there?
Yeah, so we're launching a brand new menu in Common Ground and in Balcony when that reopens in September. And we're always trying to adapt our offering so there's more vegan and vegetarian options, plant-based options and all of that kind of thing. So come September, we're really focusing on that, really trying to promote those offers. There'll be deals tied in so that they're promoted as well. And we're working a lot with our marketing team to just kind of frame the menu in a way that all of those plant-based options are at the top of the list, the first thing that you see. We've seen in the last couple of years like a massive uptake in people using dairy-free milks, alternative milks. We've got to the point where our sales of oat milk and full-fat dairy milk are pretty much 50-50. So there is that demand there for people making those choices, and it has grown year on year. So we're just trying to frame the menu in a way to make it really obvious that we've got all of these different options that people can choose. And we're also one of the few places on campus that don't charge a surcharge for alternative milk as well.
I was going to say that. I feel like generally as well, like when you're going to cafes like around the city, you still see you have to pay more for the oat milk or even for the soya milk, and like vegan options, vegan cheese and things like that, you often have to pay more for. So I think that's something that's really good that we're doing in the union.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that we're 100% committed to keeping the same all the time. We don't want students and customers to feel like they're paying a premium to make that better choice. We want that better choice to be as accessible for one person as it is the next. So that's something that we're really, really keen on.
We've got separated bins in the building to help you sort out your waste, so we can make sure everything gets recycled properly. We're also collecting electronic devices to be recycled and have a new recycling point for plastic can holders. If you want to get involved in sustainability at the Union, there are loads of ways to contribute to campaigning or our initiatives.
The Student Sustainability Advisory Board are a key group who we consult on working our officer priorities, operations within the LUU building and our campaign activity. They were also a guiding voice for the development of our new sustainability strategy. You can now register your interest on the Student Voice section of our website.
Loads of our clubs and societies are also contributing to sustainability, from People and Planet's divestment campaign to Surf Socks litter picking initiative. Have a look on the website to find out which one suits you, and we hope you find a way to get involved.